Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine Walton, and my target behavior was attitude. The reason I chose attitude was because I thought about how my attitude would affect everyone around me. When you think about is how your life is going when you have to work with others, you have to think about how your body language and your attitude affects others. Um, so what I did was some steps I took to meet this goal of trying to change my target behavior was I wrote down notes of what caused my attitudes the most. I've also talked with a sports psychologist over the last couple of weeks, and I've noticed that most of my attitude comes within playing basketball or being around my teammates or watching film and doing COVID testing. That was the data I collected of where my attitudes were coming from. On the scale of 1 through 10, most of my attitudes were at a 10 most days because of the environment that I was in. Um, I thought about how I didn't want my attitude to affect my teammates, or how I didn't want my attitude to affect, my coaches and how they looked at me. Because when you think about relationships, you have to think about wanting a relationship to be healthy. And that's what I wanted. I wanted my relationship with my coaches and teammates to be healthy. Um, my approach to my approach to changing my my attitude was to think about not just myself, how if I do this with changing my attitude, it can change my teammates' day, change how that mood is going and things of that nature. Um, my data was collected over the course of the last couple of weeks. Each day I wrote down how I was affected, or how my mood was affected, or what caused me to have a negative attitude throughout the day. Was I successful or not in being able to change my attitude within the period of time? No, I was not successful at all. I honestly think, in my opinion, that it will take me more than a couple of weeks or a couple of months to be able to change my attitude, in my honest opinion. I think that it's going to take a lot of consistency, faith, and effort in order to actually see a real change within my attitude, because I've been trying for years now, trying to actually better my attitude, and I failed each time. And I think that it's going to take, help of the sports psychologist, because I'm not going to be able to do it alone if I really want to be consistent with changing my attitude for the better. In conclusion, I think that this project has given me an idea of what psychotherapy is. It gave me an eye open to think about the topic more. Personally, I wasn't really interested in psychotherapy. I'm more so interested in clinical therapy. But, I've learned that being a psychotherapist is that, they treat the disorder psychological rather than with medical terms. And, that's actually kind of cool to me, to actually, you know, be able to understand what psychotherapy is, and not just, just hear about it and just be like, oh, I don't really know the topic. But I've been able to grow on the topic of psychotherapy and actually learn about it, which was, good for me wanting to be a clinical psychologist. And that concludes my paper. Um, Thank you.